All right, folks. I had to brace myself before I made this commentary. I've seen a whole other people make this commentary, but my commentary is going to be a lot different than the rest that you've been hearing or seeing thus far. For one, there's a particular content creator, and he's been popping up on my timeline and everything. His name is Big Herc, and he did a video entitled "Was 35 Years Worth It?" And in the video, particularly, Big Herc went in on Karmelo Anthony, but didn't go in on the Austin Metcalf or his brother, or even the father who came at Karmelo Anthony sideways after the sentencing. So, I find Big Herc a very interesting character because, he has a channel called Fresh Out. He also has another channel where he just does, other issues. He was an inmate. He was incarcerated for a bank robbery he did with a few other people. He is the last surviving member of that bank robbery. And since then, Herc, I'm not sure if this has anything to do with currently in office and what parties currently predominates the administration and the House right now, but he's been particularly on this conservative vibe lately. And it's funny with all these YouTubers that are on this conservative vibe. They feel that they have to get on the high horse and moralize other people to ensure their superiority and everything like that. But I listened to Herc, and he just came off as an Uncle Ruckus in this video. In fact, I felt like as I was watching her that Uncle Ruckus's theme should have been playing as he was saying what he was saying about Karmelo Anthony. Oh, your parents should have taught you this. Oh, you need to take the deal. You need to. Well, you know something. Karmelo Anthony is 17 years old. Do you really expect a 17-year-old to go to the law library and study up on law? And his parents weren't versed like that. They weren't in those situations. And I looked up Karmelo Anthony, and this was his first offense. It wasn't like he was a habitual offender. And plus, the two Metcalf boys were individuals that were known to bully people, but yet that wasn't really bought into the case. I wonder why. But here goes Big Herc having to blame the victims. Having to blame the victim of it. And I understand a life was lost as a result of the altercation. And Big Herc was more emphasizing that, the blame should have been placed on Anthony. But I beg to differ with Big Herc on this. Because, okay, it's easier to get on your moral high horse and, point fingers and wag it at the person who did the act itself. But you don't want to place the blame in the other direction. Okay, Anthony was in a tent he shouldn't have been in. It was raining. He went to the nearest tent. Okay, the Metcalf brothers, they didn't really take too kindly to Anthony being in that tent. They came at him all aggressively. So what you're saying, Herc, is it okay for somebody to come at you any old way? And yes, all right, yeah, he shouldn't have had a tool with him, but he did regardless. We don't know why he had the tool with him, and I didn't really dig deep as to why he had the tool with him, but he did. And he gave Austin that warning and everything, but Austin chose not to listen because it seems like those boys are used to doing things like that to whoever they think they can do it to. And Austin pretty much out towered Anthony. So how is Anthony gonna respond to Austin? Not everybody has the mouthpiece that you do, Herc. I'm not saying we should go and do punishment to whoever steps up to us and approaches us, but when you're in that situation and everything, sometimes you have very few options. Not everybody is gonna be a talker. Some people are just want to end the situation as quickly as possible, and that's what Anthony did. Anthony said, "Look, don't touch me," and Austin pretty much went and touched him. Now, maybe the father of Austin Metcalf should have guided his son and said, "Look, son, I don't think it's a good idea for you to press up on anybody because you never know what the other person is capable of." But it's too late for that. But yet you have your big Hercs out there, the former inmate on his Uncle Ruckus stick saying, "Oh, whoa, you should have took the deal. You shouldn't have did." I mean, I watched Big Herc's channel for years because I was really into that inmate content and whatnot. Them talking about their experiences in prison and guiding the youth as to not do the same mistakes they made. But Big Herc could have handled this a little bit better. But I understand why he didn't, because I looked at his comment section. And it's full of, conservative bots. And these are people that pretty much have, preconceived notions about black youth already. So, and we can't defend ourselves. We have to let other people push us around and everything. And then go and throw in MLK and, use his quotes out of context and whatnot, like we're pacifists or something. It seems like everybody else is allowed to defend themselves but black people, or particularly black men. I wonder why. But you have a Big Herc that's out there with his pom-poms out, with his booty all tilted upward, wanting to cheerlead for the other team. I don't get this, but Big Herc earned the permanent side eye from me. I mean, 35 years was a bit harsh for this, and if we could take any lesson from this, a teachable moment from this, it would be that the black community should really get really involved in their local politics and particularly their laws, and teach our children about this so we can pretty much be well versed and prevent some of these things, so we can know what the self-defense stature is in particular states and everything, and what to do if we're in those type of situations. We should learn de-escalation and learn the laws in our community, as well as learn the people that are behind these benches and what type of time they're on. We have to get more active in our community instead of just non-active or reactive. We have to be proactive. So that's the teachable moment here. Audience, tell me what you think. Let me know in the comment box. This is Iron Will Media.